Hi everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 10, Don't Put All Your Eggs in One Basket. All right, this week we start off with Janelle telling us that she and Christine have talked about having a little Easter celebration. You know, dyeing eggs, maybe even a little egg hunt. And we also learn that Kody doesn't really celebrate Easter. He felt more like they should be celebrating Passover and the resurrection. So even though the family started to celebrate Easter when the kids were little and do all the kind of Easter bunny things, Kody kind of put a stop to it. He thought it was getting a little too commercial and again felt more like celebrating Passover was more in line with what he believed. But when Robin joined the family, this is Pierce Deers all over again. When Robin joined the family, she just said, my kids and I celebrate Easter, so we'll just go to my mom's house on Easter Sunday. And Kody didn't want her to leave, so they did kind of an Easter Passover hybrid sort of a thing. In Christine's confessional, she's like, yeah, Robin had a lot of leverage with Kody, and because of that, you know, some things got better when she joined the family. So as we see Christine adding like candy and money into the plastic eggs, she tells us that part of the reason she wants to celebrate Easter is because Kody was against it. And now that she isn't under his thumb in any way, shape, or form, she just wants to do like all the things she's always wanted to do. And celebrating Easter is one of them. So she's hosting it at her house in Salt Lake City, and Janelle and Savannah are driving up, and I think Aspen and Mitch are there, McKelty and Avalon. Was Tony there? Yeah, maybe. Isabel, Truly, and Gwendolyn was there too. We check in with Kody at his house with Robin, and they're just kind of doing yard work. And Kody says in his confessional, right now I have a life with Robin and her children. And I'm okay with that, even though I hope that at some point we can fix things with the other kids. Yeah, hope away, but I don't think you can. Not after your confessionals last week. With all the trash talking, I feel the same exact way about them. So Kody thinks that Christine and Janelle's master plan is to get all of the kids against him. You know, you're such an idiot. First of all, how do you explain McKelty? She likes Robin. She's warm toward you and Robin and wants to have a relationship with Robin. Have you ever asked her, has your mother ever tried to turn you against me and Robin? Ask her. Ask her if her mom has ever trash talked you in front of her. Just ask. You don't want to know the answer. That's the problem. You want to blame Christine and Janelle for you not having a relationship with your adult children. You probably know it's you, and that's on you. But that's not the answer you want. Okay, so everyone at Christine's, they're hunting for eggs now. And Christine's like, it's the money. I mean, let's be honest. The only reason any of them are down for doing this is because there's money in the eggs. But it is fun, and there's laughter. It's drama-free. Everyone looks like they're having a blast. Cut to Robin's confessional. Every time I plan for a holiday event, I go through a mourning process. It literally hurts my heart. Wah, wah. Yeah, wow, Debbie Downer. Maybe an egg hunt would cheer you up. You've got little kids. In Mary's confessional, she goes, this Easter was just like a normal Sunday for me. I was just home alone in my house. Robin and Kody didn't invite me over for anything. Yeah. Wouldn't it have been nice? Look, she's got Ariella, who's 6 years old. Solomon is 10. I mean, wouldn't it have been nice if they invited Meri over, did a little egg hunt of their own, something fun, baked a ham? I don't know. You left Meri in her giant house all by herself. Side note, do you guys know what's going on with Leon? Does Meri have a relationship with them or at all? I thought it was pretty good. I kind of remember Meri posting like pictures on Instagram of them and Audrey, and I don't know. Did something happen? She never talks about them. I don't think they want to be on the show. That might just be all this is. Maybe it's nothing more than that. Maybe they don't even want to be spoken about. So I guess that's possible. But it just seems really lonely for Meri in that big giant house. All right, so speaking of Meri, in the next scene, we are in Parowan, Utah, at the B&B with Meri and her BFF, Jen. They've cleaned out the carriage house now, and Meri says that, they're going to turn it into like a cute little clothing boutique for her LuLaRoe stuff. She talks a little bit about how her friendship with Jen, and they've been best friends for 10 years. And they laugh and have so much fun together. And she said that throughout the years, she has had good relationships with her sister wives, like great girlfriend relationships with them at different times. She said she's had it with Christine. She's had it with Robin, although with Robin, even though they've been very, very close, it's been more serious. You think? I mean, she's laughing about the silliest stuff with her friend Jen. There's like sexual innuendos, and they're just cracking each other up all the time. Robin is whining and begging her to stay in the family all the time. I mean, I guess you could call that close, but it doesn't seem very fun. Robin would be an exhausting best friend, like one whose problems you have to listen to all the time. Oh, God. I just don't feel like there's a real payoff with being friends with Robin. And she's sleeping with your husband. Robin's basically the opposite of Jen. Robin is always crying without tears, and Jen is always laughing with tears. Kody, in his confessional, describes his marriage to Meri. He's like, it's amiable, it's distant, just the way he likes it. But he says, I don't know what to do with a marriage that's supposed to be eternal, but doesn't have any fire. You're supposed to cut her loose, release her, do whatever you need to do, tell her it's over. You don't have any desire to even attempt to make it better. Tell her all of that. The only reason he's not doing that, which I think we can all agree would be the kind thing to do at this point, the only reason he's not being kind to Meri is because he's afraid of what Robin will think. I think he's afraid Robin might leave him. I think Robin's more religious than he is, maybe, or at least more into like this faith, whatever it is. He has mentioned in the past that he thinks, she would be disappointed at the very least, but maybe like angry that he's not fighting harder for his marriages or making them work or, whatever. I do think part of the reason she still struggles with Christine is because that's not part of their faith. The marriage is eternal. It's not till death do you part. It goes beyond. And so she can't wrap her brain around why Christine walked away. Like the only thing that I guess she can make sense of is that Christine no longer believes in the faith. And then what are you going to do? But I do think she kind of blames both of them for not trying harder to make it work. And this, I don't know. I don't know what she thinks about Meri. I really don't. Kody has to confide in her that he's not feeling anything for Meri, Anyway, in Robin's confessional, she said, if Meri just sticks around long enough and we get through what's going on with Christine and Kody and Janelle trying to figure it out, and Kody, if he can get through all his anger and emotions, then they can have a chance to work it out. What? Okay, so let me get this straight. Meri has to let him figure out his emotions with Christine because Christine's gone, has moved on, is currently remarried to somebody else. Christine is done. Meri has to wait for him to sort out his emotions with the divorce. Then she has to wait for him to figure stuff out with Janelle, whether they can make their marriage work or not, before the possibility of him even considering Meri. She was his first wife. Why is she last in line here? Why does Meri have to hang on long enough for him to figure things out with everybody else first? It's just so dumb. Anyway, at least Meri is getting some of her needs met by Jen's husband, who has now just washed her car for her. So at least there's that. Meri tells us in her confessional that even though she knew exactly how Kody was going to react to hearing that she was moving her clothing business to Parowan, she was hoping that there would be more of a reaction to the realization that she's going to be far away. I mean, honestly though, Mayor, just between us, I think he was toning down his reaction on purpose. I think he was trying not to run over and give Robin a big smack on the lips and pick her up and twirl her around your kitchen, Meri, with tears of joy streaming down his face that you were moving out of town. I think his lack of a reaction was him trying to be respectful and not, giddy with excitement. Meri's like, it's going to be harder for us to work on our marriage when I'm far away. And that's what I want to do here. I want to work on this. He just went through a divorce. Is he concerned about another one? Yes, but that would be his marriage to Janelle. He's not concerned about divorcing you because that would require him to actually think about you, and he doesn't. That is where we're at, Meri. I don't know if you don't see that, but that's about the long and short of it. Kody's like, my whole world revolves around my and Robin's household. Robin is still saying, fix that relationship with Meri and fix that relationship with your kids and fix that relationship with Janelle. But I'm like, listen, when I'm around them, there's no flicker. There's no flame. I don't know what to do here. It's weird because I'm married to the love of my life. And I've got these other situations, wives, with different levels of discord. And it's hard to reconcile all this angst. Janelle doesn't want to reconcile. I believe that we could, but it would require her separating from Christine. Christine has so much influence over Janelle, it's pathetic. No, what's pathetic is that your wife chose your other wife over you. That's pathetic. Okay, so now Christine in her confessional says it's been a while since Easter. So we are like jumping ahead months, I guess. And she is renting a place in Flagstaff. And she's excited because she's going to host a dinner for the kids, like her and Janelle's kids. She's cooking, and since cooking, does that mean another salad bar? And because Gabe and Garrison didn't come to her place for Easter, so she's excited to be down here and like cooking for them and getting a chance to see them. Oh, okay, it's July, I guess. I think Janelle just said it's July. And Christine and Janelle are already thinking about like the Thanksgiving and Christmas again. I feel like we just got through Christmas, but they're already thinking about the next year and what that's going to look like. Janelle said something like, I know it's only July, but like you got to plan ahead for these things. And Christine's like, are you like without the others? And Janelle's like, yeah. Janelle assumes it's going to be without Kody, Robin, and Meri again. Kody says in his confessional, I did nothing wrong to Garrison and Gabe, but make them accountable. And accountability is something that Christine and Janelle know nothing about. So Garrison says during this dinner that he mentioned a while back, he mentioned to Kody that maybe his house could be a place for the family to gather for the holidays and like have common ground, like sort of a neutral spot. But Kody said no. Then we cut to Kody's confessional. I have a house. They can come here. I have loyalty here. Oh, God. It's that stubbornness. That is what's going to keep the wedge between you and your children. Your desire for loyalty is stronger than your desire to have a relationship with your children. I can't understand it. I can't wrap my brain around that. And, honestly, it makes me sorry for him. Christine and Janelle talk about Meri and Robin, and Christine said, well, I haven't seen Meri since Isabel's graduation, and I haven't seen Robin since the day I left, the day I moved, or the day before she moved. And that's only because McKelty made them come over, remember, and say goodbye to her, which was kind of a disaster anyway. But Janelle, I think, said that she hadn't seen or spoken to either one for 6 months. Okay, I think we're being a little loosey-goosey with the timeline here. As far as the filming goes, yeah, because it was July with Janelle and Christine having that dinner. Janelle said it was July. But now Robin is visiting Meri, and she's bringing the little kids and Aurora with her. And she said something like, it's a beautiful spring day. So, clearly we've gone now reversed back 2 months. Robin said, it's important for Meri to have a relationship with the kids. And my older kids remember the sacrifice that Meri made so that Kody could adopt them. Yeah, well, at least someone remembers that. Kody doesn't care. I feel like Kody took that as the first step to, move away from Meri. Great, now I'm not legally married to her. Okay, this is weird. Now we're cutting back to the rental house with Christine and Janelle, which is apparently taking place. We're made to believe that these things are happening on the same day. While Christine and Janelle are having dinner with the kids in this rental house across town, Robin and her kids are visiting Meri at Meri's house. But apparently we're jumping from spring to July because we're back in July. And I guess there's 4 levels to this rental house. How long are you staying, Christine? Could you... Because it would be really nice if you let your sister wife Janelle and Savannah stay with you. They're still in a tiny apartment. Anyway, they go downstairs to talk alone, Christine and Janelle. Christine is concerned about Janelle, and she wants her to be happy, but she knows that if she oversteps and asks too much, that Janelle's going to shut down the conversation. So she's trying to be careful, but she's really wants to know what's going on with her and Kody. Oh, I guess Christine's only in town for a week. I don't know why she had to rent that giant house. Anyway, Janelle said, has Kody been over? And Christine goes, here? No. And she goes, oh. And Christine said, did he visit you more when you were out at the property? Janelle goes, yeah, he pretty much stuck to his schedule. But he never came until 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. And then he had to leave in the morning because he had to get Saul and Ari ready for school. Oh, God. What? In Christine's confessional, she goes, I don't ever remember Kody leaving another wife's house to come and take my kids to school. And Janelle just said Logan got the kids ready for school in the morning. Yeah, he did. And Logan was 11 years old. If you guys go back to season 1, where we're just being introduced to the family, Logan was the most responsible kid. I don't know how old he was, but maybe 12. He really was young, but he's cooking breakfast. It's dark out early. He's cooking breakfast for his siblings before school. Probably made lunches. I don't remember. But because Janelle worked a full-time job and she left early and came home late. And Christine was a stay-at-home mom, but probably was there when the kids got off school, and then she watched the kids until dinner time. She made dinner and actually made dinner for Janelle too. And Robin's got a 17 and a 20-year-old at home. So clearly She doesn't need Kody to get the little kids ready for school. Not when it's Janelle's turn to have Kody. Okay, we get Kody's confessional, and he goes, I was actually taking Solomon and Ariella to school because I liked it. We were all working so hard to make ends meet before, and now that I have the opportunity to do this, it's like I get a second chance. Robin never asked me to do it. Yeah, okay, great. So you get to be a good dad to 2 of your 18 kids at least. I mean, look, it's great that he wants to do it. But how about you just do it on your days at Robin's house? Maybe on your day at Janelle's, you drive Savannah to school. What do you think of that? Yeah, I know she's not tiny. She doesn't require that much care. But do you not think she wouldn't like to have a little alone time with her dad, even if it's just on the way to school? Talk to her, see how she's doing. How is it at school? Do you have friends? Are you interested in a boy? You're missing out on so much by this belief that once your kids turn 10, they're on their own or whatever. I'm annoyed. If you can't tell, I just don't get it. Anyway, Robin says in her confessional, I'd be like, well, okay, I think it's gonna create problems. But he would say, stop it. This is what I want to do. I'm sure you had nothing to do with it, Robin. In Christine's confessional, she said, a bad sister wife monopolizes the husband's time. In Kody's, he said, a bad sister wife takes her kids away from her husband. And that's exactly what Christine did. Robin didn't do anything wrong. Robin's just loyal, and Christine just isn't. So Janelle and Christine, now they're downstairs having their private conversation, and Janelle said that she's actually struggles with the fact that she doesn't miss Kody. That doesn't feel like it would be a struggle, but, I guess I get it. And Christine goes, but your birthday was fine? And she goes, oh, yeah, it was fun. It was a great evening. But, it was kind of like being out with friends. Christine's like, yeah, so it wasn't like a romantic date with your husband. And Janelle goes, no, not really. Yeah, he just dropped me off, went home, and I haven't heard from him. It's been 2 weeks? Okay, time out. This timeline is so messed up. Janelle's birthday is in May. May. If it was 2 weeks ago, it would still be May, because I think her birthday was the beginning of May. But earlier, I swore she said it was July, and I know it's early to be thinking about Christmas or Thanksgiving plans because it's only July, something like that. I am so confused. I did not make up the July comment, but I don't know. I don't know. Now her birthday was only 2 weeks ago. Anyway, Christine is sad for Janelle. In her confessional, she's like, oh, her husband takes her out for her birthday and then just drops her off and goes home to his wife and doesn't call her for 2 weeks. Just call it. It's over. Get out of Flagstaff. Sorry, it's just sad. You think that's sad? What about Meri? Going from first wife to family pet? That's got to be rough. And as I said, not even a beloved pet, like his wife's dog that keeps biting him. But in Janelle's confessional, she goes, I'm having this conversation with Christine, and it's like, oh, poor you. Poor you. No, I'm fine. We are not reconciling. I don't hope he comes around. I'm not going to settle for less than I deserve. Okay, Janelle, nice. I like that. Janelle and Christine also, I don't know how this conversation came around to this, but even though they both agree that they don't really want to spend the holidays with everybody again, they are open to the idea of some sort of an annual family reunion. Once a year with Robin, Kody, and Meri. Christine's like, I would do it. Just to get all the kids together again, I would do that. In Meri's confessional, she said she too would be open to something like that. Robin, however, Robin, the one who works tirelessly to keep the family together. Yeah, I just think doing that without getting things resolved is just asking for fights. Okay. You said that before about Meri having Janelle's kids over for Christmas Eve. I don't believe you. I do not believe you want this family back together. Kody says that after all the trash talking that Christine has done to my kids, I would never want to do a family reunion with her at this point. Where are you getting this, man? Where are you getting this trash talking? Who told you that Christine trash talks to your kids? I've never seen it. I've never heard any of the kids say anything about, Christine says horrible things about my dad. Never. Nothing. Other than Christine trash talking Kody to her girlfriends and Janelle, which she has every right to do. I've never heard her say a negative thing about him. Even that scene with Peyton and her when they were making like some mock tapioca pudding or something, when he was saying something about Kody, she honestly, I felt like she went even too far in Cody's favor, trying to like see his side of it or whatever. So much so that Peyton goes, Mom, he didn't want you to go to Grandma's funeral. Like, he was reminding her of all the horrible things Kody did. So I don't know who got in your ear, Kody, or if it's just that you need someone to blame for your poor relationship with your kids, but like, enough. And Janelle just said that I don't really care if I interact with Meri or Robin from here forward. Yeah. Anyway, so back at Meri's house, remember, Robin is over with the little kids and Aurora. Robin tells her that Aurora is talking to a boy. No serious dating, just talking. She's 20. This is Robin. This is why her 7-year-old has a binky in her mouth. Robin wants to keep her kids small and in her control. I'm just telling you, this is what I believe. I'm seeing what seems clear to me now is that Robin has this like control issue. And I think it's dangerous, especially for her kids. Anyway, Meri's teasing her and she goes, oh, is that all you're doing? Talking? And Aurora looks kind of embarrassed and Robin goes, oh, sorry, should we not be talking about this? And Meri goes, oh, I don't mind talking about it. And that's about the funniest I've ever seen Meri be. And even Aurora, like they're laughing and Aurora goes, oh, I'm sure you don't mind talking about it. And that's the most normal I've seen Aurora be. Anyway, Meri then is like, how old are you? And she said 20. And Meri's like, oh, I was married for a year by the time I was your age. Yeah. Meri was 19 when she married Kody, had really just turned 19 3 weeks earlier. And I think Robin said something like, oh, yeah, I tell the kids all the time, oh, when I was your age, I already this, or, was married or whatever. And the kids are always like, ew, yeah, right. Oh my God. Okay. Now Meri tells Robin, so I've got some news. And Robin goes, okay, good news or bad news? And she goes, good news. I signed a contract on the house. And Robin goes, oh, you like another house or this house? This house. The house they're in right now. The giant house that looks almost the same size as Robin and Kody's house. Meri, one person all by herself, is going to stay in the house she's been renting. And now she doesn't even have to store piles of leggings and soft jackets. No, because all that stuff is going to be in Parowan. So she's spending more time in Parowan, less time in Flagstaff with the same big giant house that now will, again, have less in it because her business won't even be there. Make it make sense. Could we let Janelle and Savannah live there? Something. It's so wasteful. Do not get it. That's LuLaRoe money, I guess. But are we keeping our money separate now? Somebody told me that Janelle sold her 401k to put the down payment on Robin's house. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, it's a horrible story, so that's why it's fun to share. I don't know if it's true, though. I don't know if it's true. But, geez, the inequity is insane. In Kody's confessional, he said, Meri has little involvement with me and Robin and the kids. So I've got no problem with her moving to Parowan. Yeah, we know. She keeps reassuring me that she's not moving on, but I keep thinking she should move on. Oh, God. Nice. Not only are you father of the year, you are also husband of the year. As much as I hope that Robin's daughters are watching the show, I hope Meri's watching. You know, this is the kind of thing that Meri, I guess, is talking about when she said, I've heard Kody say horrible things about me, but he never said it to my face. So until he does that, I think we should still keep trying. Well, you are also lying to yourself. Back with Janelle and Christine in either May or July, I don't know. Christine said that, you know, she saw Kody very angry when she left, but not heartbroken. You know, like he was mad that he was being divorced, but he didn't care about Christine. He was not heartbroken. And Janelle said, yeah, see, ours is amiable, very amiable. Christine just is nodding her head, but in her confessional, Christine goes, amiable? How could it be amiable? I saw that fight. And then, of course, TLC has to show us the fight one more time. We get another flashback to the F you heard round the world before Christmas. And, obviously I'm here for it. Janelle just said that she's like, I'm more at peace when he's not around. But I need a companion. Christine, yeah, you do. And Janelle said, but, don't get me wrong. I would do plural marriage again. Christine's like, you would? There couldn't be nothing more disgusting to Christine right now than the idea of plural marriage. Christine has just become one of us. She is now the person on the outside observing plural marriage, and she's horrified by it. Janelle still believes in the faith of it too. Christine's like, I just can't imagine it. And she goes, I think Kody's just a monogamist now. And Janelle goes, yeah. In her confessional, Janelle said, listen, if I cared, it would bother me, but I really don't. They can have each other. And then she smiles. But she does say when Christine asks her that if Kody changed, would she stay? She says yes. Christine is just disgusted by him. She's like, yuck. Kody can't understand why Janelle can't be married to him. He's like, she was married to me when I was married to Meri. She was married to me when I was married to Christine. She was married to me when I was married to Robin. So why can't she be married to me now? Because you are horrible to her children, your children. He's never going to get it. Janelle's like, plural marriage works if everybody works at it. And she would, yes, absolutely marry into another plural family. She said, if I felt the same with Kody, that felt like home, like I belonged with this family, with him. And she said, if I felt that again, yeah, I would do it again. She's like, but I can't remarry until I'm released. Because they aren't really part of that community anymore, there's no one to go to ask to be released. I guess it would have to be a church elder or something. And Christine in her confessional, she's like, yeah, there's all these steps you have to go through to be released. But really, you can't be released until you have sex with the next guy. And then she starts cracking up. She is dying. She's like, sorry, I can't get through it. That is not true. Then we get the flashback to when Robin said, Christine is saying she's leaving, but she can't really leave, or she won't really be considered divorced until she's intimate with someone else. But yeah, Christine's like, I never heard that before. She's just laughing so hard. Anyway, she's like, and Kody's not gonna change. So does Janelle really want to be married to Robin's husband? Yeah. Good question. Does Meri want to be married to Robin's husband? Or does she really want to be the family dog? Or does she really want to be invited to family functions over there? That's the worst. To me, that is the worst. Yeah, you weren't invited to Easter, but you should just thank your lucky stars that you got to just treat it like a normal Sunday and be alone in your McMansion. And Janelle just ends this episode by saying, Kody doesn't care about his family going away unless it makes him look bad. Well, it does. I can tell you that. There's nothing about any of this that is making Kody look good. So anyway, that is it for me this week. I hope you liked this recap. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. And if you click on the bell icon, you will receive a notification every time I post something new here on my channel. Also, if you happen to be an Amazon shopper, I'm an Amazon affiliate. And if you go through one of my links in the description box below this video, you don't have to purchase that thing you linked. You can purchase whatever you want, as long as you're still logged in to Amazon, and I will get a small percentage of any qualifying purchases that you make. So I would appreciate that. And that's it for me. Thanks for being here, guys. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.